We're nearing the end of our Romans adventure for now, and we've got 2 sections to read through. 3 verses today, 1 more tomorrow. This is still really to believers, but when I read this first verse of these 3, you might think, hang on a minute, is that true of the church life, of the people of faith, of those who follow the same creeds? But actually, when you think about it, you'll see that it is. So I'll read you the 3 verses. Bless those who persecute you. Bless and do not curse. Rejoice with those who rejoice. Mourn with those who mourn. Live in harmony with one another. Do not be proud, but be willing to associate with people of low position. Do not be conceited. So again, a stream of little ideas and things to challenge us about how we act and how we behave. And the first verse may strike you as strange. Bless those who persecute you. You might think, well, nobody persecutes me, but actually there will be people in church life who at times do not get on, where it can be quite acrimonious, where it can't be feeling good, where you feel got at. And it's saying there, bless them. Bless and do not curse. So there's a challenge for that, let alone into the wider world. And then it says, well, rejoice together by all means, but also mourn together when there's a real need to mourn the loss of someone or something. Bereavement is a hard act. And that might reflect a little bit for you. There's another passage which I'm not going to read now, but if you want to look it up, it's Ecclesiastes chapter 3 verses 1 to 8 in the Old Testament, which talks about a time for one thing and a time for another, a time to love and a time to hate, a time for war and a time for peace, and so on. It's quite a famous passage that's been quoted in all sorts of circles, both Christian and non-Christian. But there are times for different things, and this says, well, there's a time for rejoicing and there's a time for mourning. And then it says, and you'd think, oh, churches don't need to hear this, live in harmony. Well, I know from first-hand experience of this that they don't always live in harmony. But there's always a challenge to do that. And not to be proud, which is often part of the package there, but to somehow be willing to associate with all sorts of people of different status and positions and so on, and not to be conceited. There is enough there to be pondering for a day, a week, or maybe even longer. So I leave you to be challenged by those verses. Romans 12, verses 14 to 16. See you tomorrow.